Welcome.
To the joy of coding.
Hello, and welcome to episode 249 of The Joy of Coding. My name's Mike Conley. It's so good to have you here. Welcome. Going to be hacking on some Firefox stuff today. Let's get started. What's going on? Let me share my screen, and we can get moving. 1 second here. Haha, thank you. Oh, sorry about that. That's quite loud. Thank you, Smurf D. Yes. Remember how I just said? Well, I guess you didn't. You didn't hear me. For the people who were, I guess no one heard me. Oh, I'll start over. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Joy of Coding. I was just talking about how no plan survives breakfast, and boy, howdy, did we just experience that. And I just experienced it before this meeting as well. Hopefully, you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right, Smurfdy. Can people confirm that they're hearing me? Say something in the chat if possible. That might help. And if it's like audible, am I legible? Can you hear me? Just like wave your hands or something, or or jump up and down. I mean, I see the little VU meter in OBS going like ticking back and forth, so I think it's picking me up. Okay, they can hear me. Okay, great. And the reason that didn't work immediately is because I have to switch away from my wide diaphragm like condenser microphone that I normally use. You get my dulcet tones. I'm going back to the old school headset mic because I just happened to I happened to upgrade my operating system recently. So I think I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago or episodes ago how I was refraining on upgrading Mac OS because I was in the middle of this really big project. That project is more or less in like the final polish stages now, and so I felt like I could upgrade my operating system, and I did. And one of the things I discovered just before the stream is that the driver for my USB interface for my microphone is not compatible with Big Sur. So I think, hopefully, I can find a version that is compatible. Hopefully, I don't need a whole new device. That would be tragic. But yeah, Big Sur, I've got it now. I got it. I upgraded primarily because apparently there was some security patch that went out recently that people are very interested in. So I was like, okay, it's long. I've waited long enough. The project that I was working on, the retheme effort on Firefox is more or less wrapped. It's time to upgrade the operating system. So I did that. I also upgraded my Ubuntu VM while I was at it. So if we happen to switch into Ubuntu, we'll see that I'm running. I think it's Focal is what it's called. 21 something something. All right, so that's a quick lesson in how no plan survives breakfast and things don't go as you planned. Let's see. The agenda that we're looking at is something that you have access to. If you're watching this on Air Mozilla, check out the details section to my left. Your yeah no, yeah your left, my right. That's what it is. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the video description. And for the folks who are on Twitch, let me just drop this into the Twitch chat. Joy of Coding agendas. Here's the big folder of agendas. And we're down to episode 249. 249. We're almost at 250. Heck yeah. Next episode's 250. I know what I'm going to do, folks. I got a bunch of feedback. I don't know if I just excited a lot of people. For some reason, a lot of people seem really excited about me watching an older video and reacting to it. I like reaction videos. I didn't understand the appeal a couple of years ago, and then I got really into watching people react to music that I like watching people go through the process of hearing a song that I really enjoy for the first time. And so I've come to really enjoy reaction videos. And so that's my plan for next week for episode 250 as a celebration. We're going to watch together. We will watch episode, I think, 1. of the joy of coding. Hopefully my microphone will be working again. And then we can like look and see how far we've come, and we can like I can pause it and we can talk about some of the things that I was working on, maybe some changes since. There's a lot different. Like I kind of briefly went and like looked at a couple of frames of the video, and everything looks so old. Like I'm using, I think, a Mountain Lion, macOS Mountain Lion, and it's got the Australis curvy tabs, and I was working on electrolysis back then, which is the multiprocess project. Oh, can I move my mic a bit closer to the mouth? Oh, I apologize. It's a bit quiet. I had turned it down slightly, mainly because I was seeing the VU meter spiking. Let me know if you need me to adjust the volume. I apologize. I normally I have my microphone like perfectly tuned, and I haven't used this headset in a while. So if you need anything, let me know in the chat. Hey, did you know that there's an episode guide to this whole series? I'm gonna plug the episode guide today because I haven't done it in a while. The episode guide is completely viewer driven. It's completely like viewer constructed for the most part. Like I opened the repository and then people just filled it with wonderful things about individual episodes. And you too can contribute to the episode guide. If you are interested in contributing your own notes, addenda, corrections, useful links, maybe I got something wrong and you want to kind of write a dissertation on how I went wrong on something, or maybe you want to dive deep into a particular topic that I briefly touched upon, send me a pull request. And if you're not sure what I mean by a pull request, there are links here in the agenda on how you can send a pull request, where the repository is, how to create a pull request if you're not even sure what those are, and there's a contribution guide that Danny Colin wrote. Okay, let's get started. What I wanted to work on today was some polish bugs for the retheme effort that recently, that's Wacky Morning DJ, that recently went to beta. So it's in nightly, it's in beta, we'll soon be going to release. If I look at the release calendar, actually, let's take a look and see what the current plan is for releasing the retheme effort. The release date is June 1st. June 1st is when Firefox 89 goes out, and if all goes according to plan, if like we don't find any like showstoppers in the beta cycle, then that's the date that people on the release channel will start seeing the new theme. And that's very exciting. Oh, I also, now that I've had it for a while, I'm going to switch from the default theme to the theme I had constructed and I'd been using for so many years. I don't know when I started using this theme, but I copied it from a colleague and I like it a lot. And I was using it for many, probably a year or more before I started working on the retheme effort. And I turned it off so I could like dog food the retheme, but now I'm going to switch my old theme back. So yay, there's my theme. And if you are interested in this theme, there's a link, I think, in the agenda somewhere in here. I think there was a link in here. No? Well, you can find it. It's called Blue Shift. Yeah, I think I called it Blue Shift. You can get it here, and I'll put that in the list. I think I just saw a bug in my theme. Look at this. Look at the text. It's dark on dark. That's really hard to read. I'm gonna have to fix my theme. So maybe don't install it right away. But in case you're interested, there it is. All right, let's smash some polish bugs for the retheme effort. Now, what kind of bugs were I thinking of? I actually picked out a couple this morning. We'll go to Bugzilla in my dashboard. I think I've got a couple assigned to me. Yeah, these two looked interesting, and something I think we can safely and easily do during this stream. So the first one is a bug that was filed about 2 weeks ago by someone on our UX team. The text. This is about the bookmarks panel. So maybe you're familiar. We did We did some work on the bookmarks panel a couple weeks ago, and this is follow-up work there. The text color should be in the primary, not the secondary color, in the input. And currently, it's set to the secondary text color. And so we want to use this color in the text input, and that's in the light theme, and then you want to use this color for the dark theme. XX Kira07 says, I like the color. Hey, I'm glad you like the color. I'm not sure what color you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about Blue Shift. Maybe you're talking about these colors, but I'm glad you like them. All right. So that's what we're going to work on today. That sounds reasonably straightforward. It looks like someone was I think someone accidentally assigned themselves. I think they got the bug number. There was like another bug that one of my colleagues was working on. They posted a patch to this one, and the fabricator, the automation thing, assigned them the bug, and then it turns out that they had attached to the wrong bug. So I think we can ignore all of this. The pre-existing patch, we can just ignore it. This is a green field, and we can get going. Someone is very excited about native context menus. Yes, native context menus on Mac OS. Also rubber banding. If you've got a trackpad, we do rubber banding now, which is this is like a nervous habit for me now. I'm doing this all the time when I'm using the trackpad. All right, let's get going here. So I've got a build here, and let's run it. Oh, nerd blokes typing. Thanks, Matrix, for telling me nerd blokes typing. In the, I have a feeling it's easier to see the distinction in the dark theme. That's where Amy filed the bug originally with the screenshot. So let's start with enabling the dark theme. And generally, the idea for bugs like this is like let's reproduce them. Let's see what if the bug is still there and still valid. And it looks like yes. Like this text is way too dim. It almost looks like the placeholder text. It's not quite as dim as the placeholder text, but it's not far off. And where is that text color rule coming from? That's my next question. So let's open up the browser toolbox and we can take a look. Nerd bloke. What's nerd bloke typing? I can see you typing, nerd bloke. What are you typing? For the people who aren't in the Matrix chat, Matrix is saying that nerd bloke is typing. And I'm very interested in knowing what nerd bloke has been typing for the past couple of minutes. What are you about to say, nerd bloke? All right, so using the browser toolbox, I can focus in on this input, and we can take a look at the styles that are applied to it. And it looks like there is an input color rule, and the input color is set to 191, 191, 201. And so that could easily be updated. Like we can update the input color to be something else, but is that because we got it wrong the first time, or are we special casing are we going to special case the panel here? Like that fixes the issue in dark theme, and then we have to do it for light theme. But now I want to know if we've gotten the input color wrong across the board. Like maybe that's the case, or is the bookmarks panel special? Those are the two possible cases. So let's take a look at the provenance of the input color. Swift writes, there's a bug with the permissions panel anchor not being consistent with all the other panels. Got any idea if that's been bugged already? So let's see if I know what you're talking about. Well, didn't mean to all caps there. Permission.site. This is my go-to permissions testing site. So you're saying that if I've got this panel here, I'm going to block this one. And if I click on this, you're saying because like when you click on this charm, it's like misaligned. Is that what you're referring to, SWFT? Let me know. If it is, I'm actually not aware of a pre-existing bug, and we should probably get this one filed, because you're right, we're off by a significant margin. That looks like at least, I'm going to say that's 10 pixels off, and it's inconsistent with the others. This one where we hug tightly, and this one we don't. And this is kind of a weirder item because it can expand to any number of items in here. Like for example, if I were to block the microphone and like it grows, and it looks like as it grows, the number, like the offset increases. So that's probably the bug, is that this panel's anchoring is not doing a good job of choosing the left edge. So to answer your question, SWFT, I don't think there is a pre-existing bug, and I think you should feel empowered to file one. All right. So input color. Where did that color come from? What was the decision making there? And did we get it wrong, or is the color supposed to be just different in the bookmarks panel? So let's look and see where input color came from. So 21, 20, 26. We got the colors from Amy and Hex, I think. And some of these colors are in RGBA. Let's translate these into RGB so that we know what we're doing. And I'll also create a note for this bug. I tend to create notes. If you've been watching the stream, you know I like to use notes. These days I've been using Evernote. I'm not yet switched over to Joplin. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have fully switched over to Joplin. But yeah, let's take some notes here. So I'm gonna take these colors. I need to translate them to RGB. So what we want, which is, what is this in RGB? I can do it in my head. No, I can't do it in my head. Who am I kidding? Hex to RGB. We're gonna do use this converter tool that I just found. 21, 20, 26. Whoops. And then FBFBFE. What's that? 251, 251, 254. Okay. And then what's input color? It looks like we got it right for the light theme. Input color 21, 20, 26. You know what? I think we missed it. We're not setting it. Oh no, we are setting it in dark theme. We are setting it in dark theme. Here it is. Input color BFBFC9. And it's supposed to be FBFBFE. Where did this come from? BFBFC9. It came from find bar styling. Is that? Input color BFBFC9. Okay, I'm going to have to do something off screen for a second. I apologize. I have to dig up the specification for the find bar. But while I'm doing that, let me just see if there's any interesting commentary. Swift says yes. It also has the wrong anchor when it's only the permission panel by itself. Interesting. Yes, let's get a new bug on file. Well done. Well, good find, everybody. Good find. I'm glad you found that. Let's get it filed. FBFBFE. And then what is the color supposed to be? It's supposed to be 251251254. I think we got it wrong. Yeah, we got it wrong. 191, 191, 201. What's that? Input color. What is this color? 11. Oh, I see. So we have this text, but this text is too dark. It's the this text is the placeholder text color. So on dark theme, we are using the placeholder text color rather than the expected text color. That is the problem. Okay, we can fix that. Now, what is the placeholder text color currently using? Like if I get rid of this, what is find in pages text color? Find in page placeholder. Like, is there a, how does this work? Is there like a placeholder, placeholder style? Color is input color. Is it? Yes. I think we need to set the placeholder color. That's the problem. Now, what about other places where we've been using placeholders? Like, let's say permission, password input. I think we use placeholders there, don't we? Try like a HTML password input example. Test. Here. Yeah, what is that placeholder using? Okay. And if we have default theme disabled, what is the placeholder text using? So it's slightly different. It's got a slightly different style. Placeholder. Oh, there's a an opacity on it. Interesting. We get that for free, I guess, off of forums. And then if we use dark theme again, do we have that same opacity? Whoop. Yeah, we do. So if we set the placeholder color, or the input color, to be the right color, in this case it is what I had put in my note, 251, 251, 254. Nice. I think we get what we want there. Now, what about the, I think we get it for free. This looks like it's going to be quick and easy. All right, let's do it. Hey, let's do it. Is this find and page also getting that opacity? I should double check. It is. Oh, no. It's having its opacity removed. Where did that come from? Find bar CSS. Here, we can get rid of this panel now. Find bar inc.css. Is there something shared? Yes. Placeholder. Revert default placeholder text fade to fade with the color below. So that's if you don't prefer contrast. Then what we do is instead we mix the current color with semi-transparent. Oh, okay. So that doesn't sound that bad. Is that what's actually happening? Color mix 70% transparent. Like if I go 20%. Yeah, all right. Fine. Works for me. So really what we need to do is we just need to update the input color in dark theme. That's the issue. This is becoming clearer. It's becoming clearer, folks. But up. Okay, there's a bunch of chatter. Let's see. Happens when you press the site info box on the About page as well. Oh, really? So if I go to About Processes, and I click on this fella, is it off? Oh, no, I don't know. It may, oh, yeah, that might be off by a pixel. I think left alignment would be here. We might be off by about a pixel. You're right. Yeah, let's file individual bugs. I would file individual bugs for those. Lol repeat lol. Thank you. And then lol repeat lol also writes, oh, that's sick. I didn't even know you could hover on the bar thing on SF to see the bug it came from. Oh, in SearchFox. Yeah, that's right. SearchFox, super powerful. Like you can just kind of go back in time, see where stuff came from. Yeah, this is really useful stuff. Okay, let's update the dark theme color. So the way we do that, there are two ways of doing it, actually, because we have two different, believe it or not, there are actually two different dark themes. Both dark themes are actually like it's the same values, but because of the way we construct our themes, there are actually two different places for them, and there's a reason for that. And I'm not going to defend the reason, I'm just going to tell you why it is. So we have two different ways you can get to dark mode right now, or the dark theme. One way is by manually going to add-ons and themes and saying dark. So this is the dark theme that's defined by this file here under browser themes add-ons dark manifest.json. So it's the dark theme that's listed here. Now the other way you can get into a dark theme, this dark theme, or something that looks like this dark theme, is by using the system theme and then having your operating system be in dark mode. Sorry, there we go. So now I'm using the same dark theme, but it's actually not this one. Like I can turn this one on too, and there shouldn't be any difference. And if we see one, that's a problem. There's a little bit of a flash there, but like otherwise they should be equivalent. But they're actually stored in two different places, even though it's the same values. So we have to update this input color in two places, one for the system theme and one for the dark theme. So like I said, let me go back to auto. That's where I think I was. Like I said, we have two different manifests. The first one that we're looking at here is for the dark theme that you can turn on manually. And so I'm going to change the input color to be RGB, Roy G. Biv, 251, 251, 254. And then let's see here. We're going to update the default theme dark theme sub property to update its input color to be RGB 251, 251, 254. Then the last thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the light theme is using the right color. And I think it was in browser custom colors. Like if we go in here, input color is 212026, which is right. We also have to look at the light theme manifest for when you manually choose the light theme. It doesn't even set it, so that's good. Like it's gonna, or is it good? No, it's not good. I think that means it will fall back. We should double check that. Okay, we have a thing to double check. So let's turn on the light theme manually. And let's go to a page here and open up the browser toolbox. And look at the input color. Yeah, it's using field text. Input color wasn't set. Neither was input BG color or input border color. So that's a problem. We're falling back to all these other things that should have been set. So I'm going to add those in. It's kind of a surprise. What about input background? None of the inputs are in there. Okay, let's put them in there. And we're going to copy the values from browser custom colors. Color, BG color, border color, and error border color. Okay, and those are going to go after error text. And the way we'll do them is by giving them the right name, which is input underscore color, or yeah, input underscore color. And then this one's the background color, so it's slightly out of order. Input underscore background. And then that one we'll do like that. And then this one is input border color, which is just input border with an underscore. Now I don't know if I can actually use this color mix. Oh, but I can use these properties. Panel hover. How does this work? Panel hover. Properties. And then it sets panel hover to pair arrow panel dimmed. Okay, so I have to like say, how's this gonna work? That's the border color. I have to say that I want input border color to match that. And then I have to map input border color to this color mix. Alrighty. And then the input error border color is supposed to be input border error. Okay. All right. Let's see if any of those work. We're going to shut this down and we're going to restart. And we're going to examine it with the browser toolbox with the light theme enabled. Yeah, lol repeat lol. I see the bug that you're referring to. Yes, worth filing for sure. Separately, I think. Okay. So we'll go back here. Let's open the toolbox. And I don't think we have the light theme enabled. Oh, you know what I should do first? Let's enable the dark theme and make sure our change manifested. Hooray! Change manifested. So we should have an input color of 251, 251, 254, which we do. That's great. And if I open up the search bar, that all looks amazing. Okay, now let's look at the light theme. So I have enabled the light theme now. And let's take a look at the values in here. We've got an input color, 21, 20, 26. That's right, I believe. Yep. And a BG color of 255, 255, 255. And then I can actually filter down now to like all the other rules and make sure that they are properly being applied. Let's see here. What were they? Input, BG color, and input border color. So I can say like input. Input color, input BG color, input error border color is 260/40/80. I assume that's this. Yeah. And then what was the last one? Input border color is color mix such and such. And that, where was that? That was here. Looks right. All right. Well, I think we got it, folks. I think we did it. Yeah. Let's post this up for review. So let's see. What's the right way to mention this? Bug such and such. Use the specified colors for dark and light built-in themes. Specified input colors. And let's get JAWS to review it. It looks like we erroneously used the placeholder color for the dark theme input color. This updates the dark theme to use the correct color. It also updates the light theme to use the same input colors as defined in the in the system theme. It's defined in the light variation of the system theme. All right. Let's get that up for review. Check the system light theme, says Swift. Okay. Didn't touch it, but let's check it anyways. And let's actually switch back and forth and make sure that they don't appear different. So what I'll do, this might make it easier actually, is I'm going to drag this out into its own window. And then I can do it side by side. All right. So we've got this panel here, got this text, and now I'm going to disable the light theme. And now I'm going to re-enable it. Are we seeing any color changes? I'm not seeing any. Let me just turn on loop. The joy. Where bookmarks toolbar. Location. The joy. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's sample this color 151419. Turn on light. Yeah, it doesn't change. We're good. All right. Let's put this up for review. Good work, everyone. Good work, everyone. No results. Phrase not found. All right. I think we've committed everything. Let's take a quick peek again. Looks right. Moz, Fab, submit, tip, single. Go, 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 go. And let's move on to our next one. So yeah, it looks like we missed this one. This was a case of us missing some colors in the light variation of the theme and not getting a color exactly right in the dark variation of the theme. Andreo Butella says, I guess it'd be something if there was a stamp from a non-existent country that said, good job, everyone. Yeah, I feel like I feel like that if that is that was that the article? Was it about stamps? I wasn't even looking. Yeah, imagine I would purchase a whole roll of those stamps. Good job, everyone. All caps. I like that idea. I like that idea. Okay, let us move on now to our next bug. 1 second. So we're going to update to central. And the other bug I was thinking of looking at was this one. Some folder tree and icon colors are wrong in the bookmarks panel with the dark theme enabled. So these are two very related bugs that we're looking at. It's bookmarks panel and dark theme glitches. Like it's not exactly right. That's good coffee. And I wrote this a month ago, so a lot of things have possibly changed in the code base. Some of this might be valid, some of it might no longer be valid, but that's part of the job. We're going to take this bug report, and we're going to check it out. I wish I'd written more information here, but let's see here. Specifically, the icons for the expanders, the menu list drop-down icon, the new folder icon, and the tree twisties in the folder selector. So let's see if that's still a problem. So we've got our build here. Let me build it. Oh, not after, faster. All right. So we've got our window here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our bookmarking site. Good job, everyone. Bookmarks. You know, if someone, I'm going to tell you this right now, Andrea Botella. If you get a whole bunch of good job, everyone stamps made somehow, I'll buy them all. Well, I don't know if I'd buy them all, but I'll buy a bunch. In whatever, they might not even be valid in Canada, but I just buy them. I would find the way. I would raise money. I would like work a second job if I needed to. I would find a way of purchasing them because I want those stamps. I'm not even a stamp collector. All right. So in dark mode, apparently, that's the way this bug works. And we're gonna open up our friend toolbox. We might need loop again. We'll see. For people who are curious about this tool that I brought up, loop. There's a bunch of these tools that I have here. Loop, and I've got something called dimensions, which I use all the time. Dimensions is handy whenever you're like trying to like analyze parts of the screen. What else do I have? Rulers is really handy. You may have seen me use it. I'm measuring some part of the screen, like, oh, how tall is this title bar, and I can like get a pixel dimensions here. Oh, about 28 pixels apparently, and then I can like do comparisons and stuff. These tools, this is a tool I've paid for called Xscope, and it's only on Mac OS, Mac OS X, or what do they call it now? Mac OS? It's not OS X anymore because I'm on Big Sur, but it's only on Mac OS. It's called Xscope, and it's great. I have used it for years, and it's well worth the money. I'm not sponsored by that company that makes it. I'm just saying that it's a quality product, and I use it all the time. Yeah, Mac OS. I shouldn't say OS X. It's Mac OS. All right. So here's our. Now I can't unsee the color problem here that we just fixed because these are way off. But let's take a look at the bug description again. The icons for the expanders, these are the expanders right here, because whenever I click on them, we expand these things. The icons for the expanders, the menu list drop-down icon, that's this thing, and the new folder icon. The new folder icon will be here. And the tree twisties are all the wrong color, apparently. Okay. Andrea Butella asks, "Are you sure you're not sponsored by Big Stamp?" This might be so. Firefox desktop computers might just be this massive conspiracy for me to push Big Stamp. Honestly, that's what's going on here. The internet was built as a stamp proliferating tool, And so you caught me. I am the end result of over 2 decades of research and development to get you to buy stamps. uh, that's good. Okay, so what colors should they be? Let's start with the expanders because that was first in the list. Let me see if I can get a sense of what those colors are supposed to be. And unfortunately, I have to do this off screen again, so I apologize. But this will hopefully not take me too long. Menus. Dark. Man, where is it? All right, you're gonna have to forgive me. I have to dig around for a second or two. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. So what color are icons supposed to be? I have a feeling it's supposed to basically be the same icon colors as we'd find in like the URL bar. Like part of the whole point of this retheme is to be consistent. So it's one of the nice features of this retheme is that some of these questions, the answers are like, well, look at what you were doing elsewhere because that's what it's supposed to be, which is nice. We didn't have that kind of consistency before. But now we just need to fix all the bugs. So the color is FBFBFE, and that's the same color we were using elsewhere. Here, 251, 251, 254. So let's take a look and see what color we're actually using in the expander. We're using the current color, current color. What is the current color? Computed. Color, 251, 251, 254. I think we're actually doing okay here. I think this is correct. Same with the menu list. I mean, I wonder where this feedback came from. I was the one who wrote it. I have a feeling it came from one of our review documents. Let me try and dig it up off screen. One moment. Bookmarks panel. Dark theme. Oh, review second was on April 29th, and it looks like the colors are right, but the hover and selected state is incorrect on light theme in the list options. Okay, so we can update this bug. We've made some progress in the meantime. So I dug into this a bit, and it looks like since this bug was originally filed, the colors have been corrected for, here, I'm gonna get loop out of the way. For dark mode, the colors have been corrected for dark mode for the expanders, the menu list, the expander icons, the menu list icon. The new folder icon, I believe, is the same as well. Let's double check that. That should probably be the same. New folder button. And what color? 251, 251, 254, and it's using that for fill. Yeah, it's all good. The expander icon. The new folder icon. Button icon. So we're almost there, people. We almost fixed it. And now the tree twisties. That might still be off. Let's take a look here. The tree twisties, that's these things. Now, analyzing the tree twisties is actually kind of difficult because trees are notoriously difficult to inspect and debug because they're so built into they're so deeply built into the platform that I don't think I can inspect them directly. Tree children, yeah. How do I? So let's see here. How do I figure out what they have for rules for this tree? That might help, is if I look and see what like existing rules exist for the tree and then sniff around in there. Folder tree, tree children. Okay. The twisties. Whenever it's blurred or selected, the color is inherit. Now if I switch this to red, does that manifest immediately? No. Background color. Oh, it eventually did. It took a second there, but it showed up. Tree children, color inherit. Now that actually does not look like the same color as this. Like this looks dimmer than that. So what's going on here? I did have moss tree row, moss tree twisty. Let's select the tree twisty specially and say color red. And it might require me to cause it to redraw. How do I get it to redraw? No? Is that not? Oh, there it is. It just takes a second there. Oh, I have to be like blurred for some reason. Bizarre. Now, what's the opacity on it? Like, I can set opacity 0, opacity 1. This tree image, not focus. Yeah, this is really tricky. Styling trees is always a real pain because, like I said, they're so deeply embedded in the platform. Tree twisty color is red. But whenever it's selected, then we do this blue color. The hover and selected state is incorrect. The hover, now there is no hover state, and maybe that's part of the problem, is that they were expecting some kind of hover state here. I don't know if we've got prior art for a hover state on our trees. Not really. We don't. So that might be an issue. But for the selected state, what do they expect? List item. Is there a specification? If not, then I might have to bounce this back to the user experience team to get a clearer sense of what it is that needs to happen here. List item. Placeholder. Yeah, it looks like they wanted larger icons, and the items are supposed to be slightly bigger. I'm gonna need to talk to UX, I think, because I don't know what the hover state is supposed to be. I don't know what the selected state is supposed to be, and that I think is what they're worried about. Okay. I'm gonna write that in the bug. However, it looks like the folder menu list still needs to be restyled according to the panel's MR1 experience review. What was that? What was called MR? Yeah, experience review. The hover and selected states are not exactly correct. I'm going to consult with KDC on what is expected here. All right, so I'm gonna have to do that later because that's gonna be sort of a longer conversation. So maybe there's something else we can work on in the meantime. Let me see if I can pick up another bug. Maybe something quick that we can do before we have to call it. Let me find something. Smurfy's like, is there something that toggles when you hover over it? Yeah, I mean, you can use the hover pseudo selector, I think, on trees. I think. But even if there was, I don't know what the color is supposed to be. So I have to ask about that. Now, this isn't an example where I can be like, oh, just do what we do elsewhere for trees, because like we don't have many trees left. And even the ones that we do have, they don't have hover state. So I need to get clarity on what is meant there. Okay, what can we work on now? Just give me a quick second to pick something out of the list. One second. Just looking for something appropriately sized so we can do some exciting stuff. We can get it done. Maybe this one. Who filed this one? Okay, so there is this bug that we can look at. So when an update is available, apparently, and we're signed out, there's like no gap. This was from 9 days ago. There's like no gap between the sync and save data offer at the top and the update available notification at the top, which does not look great. So let's take a quick peek and see what that looks like. See if we can simulate that. So I think I'm signed out here. Let us open up the app update notification or simulate one. I think I've definitely done that recently. Let's see, where's the invocation? I think it's somewhere in here, my notes. I used it very recently. This one. Okay, drop that in. Okay. So I actually do see a gap here. This is from 9 days ago. You know what? This might be on Windows. Desktop. Hamburger. What can we tell from here? Could this be a Windows bug? So let's take a look at it on Windows. I've got my Windows 10 VM booted up over here. I just have to sign in. Scooby bop bop ba-doop doo-doo-doo doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay. Now, I don't know how old my build is over here. I'm going to have to check out, what was it, May 6th, so it's about a week old. So I'm going to pull and do an artifact build because I don't want to waste your time. One of the things that I forgot, whenever I'm using this headset mic, is that I'll bet you, I could be wrong about this, but I'll bet you I'm bumping into it all the time. I'm probably like smacking it, but also you're probably getting like high fidelity slurping sounds and like burping and sniffing and coughing. Like you're probably hearing all of my face noises that I don't consciously like. I'm not consciously aware of them, but I am making them. You're probably getting them at like high resolution. So I'm gonna apologize for all of the rude sounds that my face just sort of naturally makes, because I haven't been speaking through this microphone to live stream for a long time, and I've forgotten the old habits because I used to be a lot better about being conscious of it. I would like position the microphone differently so that you don't get like the sound. I was doing all I was being very careful, and then I got the wide diaphragm microphone. All right. New change sets are in. Updating. Scooby-Doo. I have another idea for a thing we could do sometime, and I just want to run it by you all. This is usually a one-way stream for the most part. Like, whoops, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'll chat with you folks in like Matrix, the people who are watching the stream, but it's mainly me working and other people consuming. That's fine, and that's worked for a long time. What I want to know is if anyone would be interested at some point, if I were able to find time. I'm not going to guarantee that this is going to happen. I just want to sort of gauge interest for the people who are watching this, and you can either let me know in live the chat or in the rate this episode form. But I'd be curious in knowing if anyone would be interested if I were to like get a volunteer from the viewing community who might want to pair program on some Firefox things. Maybe you are interested in hacking on Firefox, but you want someone to like guide you through a bug that you're working on, and you don't mind being live streamed while we do that. I would guide you through it. We'd work on it together. I wouldn't do it for you. I would guide you. And I don't know how we would make that work via live streaming, but I'm just curious to know if there's any interest in that, for a greater interactivity. So let me know in the comments, or you can also let me know in the rate this episode form. Okay, so here we are on Windows, and we've got our menu here. So I'm going to try and create this update notification, dismiss. So there is a gap. So let's try this first of all. I'll take a screenshot of. Oops, I did not mean to switch focus like that. I take a screenshot and post it in the bug. I currently, this is nightly 2021 May 12th. I do see a pre-existing gap on both Mac OS and Windows screenshotted in the current nightly. I'm going to test beta now. Submit. Swift says maybe a Windows 7 thing? Maybe. So, cards on the table. I don't know if I've fully got my VMware Fusion working yet. This is another thing that kind of suffered from the upgrade to Big Sur, is I had to get a new copy of VMware Fusion. And one of the things I noticed is that like the mouse doesn't work. Like I can type, I can type and stuff, and I can like open the Windows menu, but I can't use the mouse, and I haven't figured that out yet. Like I don't know how to tell it to like actually like use the mouse. How do I do that? Back, like keyboard and mouse. Ah, and now it's glitching out hard. What's happening? Setup needs to reboot in order to completely install from VM. So that might be it. VMware tools may have needed to be installed. Yeah, reboot now. Maybe that'll help. Yes. Yes. Do this with the keyboard. Yes. Maybe VMware tools will help. Oh, apparently it stole my camera. Yikes. I apologize. Can you still hear me? The VMware. Why? How do I get out? Help. Help. I think there's a way I can like escape from this, but I don't remember what it is. Command something. Command. Click. Command I. Release. Control. Gah! There. Did that help? Did that work? No, my camera is still busted. All right, hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix it. I've regained control of my computer, but I'm gonna see if I can switch cameras. One moment. Hold on. Remain calm. Remain calm. Okay, this is gonna be my nostril cam. I apologize. You're getting a nostril cam. So apparently, turning on my VM in Big Sur killed my camera. This is just a hardware. This is a hardware snafu, and now you're seeing like this the green screen that's broken. Here, I'll try and hide some of that. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Hopefully you can still hear me. It looks like yes. All right. We've got now. Does my mouse work? No, it was all for naught. The mouse does not work. Maybe I should like connect Realtek USB. Yeah, connect that. Oh, hang on a second. That may have just worked. Because it did notice I clicked, I think, just now. You must... Okay, cancel. Okay, no, I was wrong, and this is a nightmare. I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm not gonna do this right now. I'm shutting down my VM. I will deal with that later. I will deal with the fallout of Big Sur later. Oh, hey, look, now my webcam is back. Hold on a second. I can use my webcam again. This is so bizarre. Hold on. Hooray. Hooray, my webcam's back. How strange. Well, let's assume that it's not a Windows 7 thing for now. Maybe someone out there, hey, are you watching this stream? Are you running Windows 7? If so, if you're in the chat, the line of code to run to test whether or not the app menu show notification thing has a gap, I'll just drop it in the chat. There you go. It's inert. It doesn't do anything. It shows the update notification, then when you click on it, it does nothing. It just removes itself. So it is inert. It is safe. In fact, let me paste that. That's a very handy, Evernote. One more nail in your coffin. I'm unlike, I'm not a fan. One more nail in your coffin there. There. And I will put that also in the agenda. Just here. Code for showing the update notification app menu thing. It is inert, though. All right. Well, there you go. So now let's try beta. Let's see if we can reproduce this on beta. I have a copy of beta here on Mac OS. Not now. Let's use default theme. Have to turn on the browser console. All right. Hey, okay, now we have the problem here. I can reproduce it on beta. That's interesting. Now let's make sure that we are up to date. Because that was from beta 10. And then what I want to do is no, not right now. Beta. What I want to do is figure out when this got fixed. Oh, hey, it's been fixed. Hooray! It's been fixed in beta. So it appears to have been fixed in a recent beta. That is good. I saw the issue in build 9 of beta, but it appears to have been fixed in what build is this? Build 11. In build 11 sometime. So I'm going to say, I'm going to ask the reporter to confirm. Can you confirm pdahan? Or this is from a Matrix comment. So I'm just gonna say it's fixed. Fixed. I'm gonna say it works for me. So I think we're done here. Please reopen if I missed something. I see you with a copy of Pre-Quantum Firefox lingering around there, says someone. What's that? Like one of these? Yeah, I've got like a bunch. I've got like Firefox 3, I think. I don't know why I have 3. I think I was testing. What was I testing? This was from a long time ago, and I don't remember why, but I needed a copy of Firefox 3 for some reason. I think I was looking at like... No, I don't remember what I was looking at. Maybe I was looking at doing a performance comparison to see how far we'd come. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I have Firefox 3 here. I could probably get rid of it. In fact, let's get rid of it. Bye. And I've also got Nightly. I've got a couple copies of Nightly, and I've got Developer Edition, I guess. No, Aurora. And this old thing. This was like the Australis build. This was like the test Australis build from way back in the day. I've got a lot of old Firefoxes lingering around I can just get rid of. So they're gone now. Actually, you know what might be interesting is is running them. Hang on a second. Let me put the UX one back. Let's see what it looks like. Let's put them both back. Let's run them both. Let's see what happens. Restore. Put back. Or I can just open, apparently. Open. Can't open it because it's in the trash. Okay, put it back. And then what about UX? Let's put them back and let's give them a build. Let's give them a run. Let's start with Firefox 3. What does that look like? Does it even run? Yes, I'm definitely going to create a new profile. Um, nope. Create profile. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create a profile in here for it. No, I can't. What's wrong? Maybe because I have this open. Too many instances open. Oh, another copy of Firefox has made changes. I have to restart nightly. Man, okay. I really wanted to try that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut this down. Now can I go to About Profiles? No. I think I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to restart. And then I'm going to create some new profiles. And we're going to test. Create a new profile. So I'm going to create one called Firefox 3 Old Timer. Old Timer. And I'm going to create one called Firefox UX. Build. Alright. So let's run Firefox 3. This is going to be hilarious. Start. Crash. Instant crash. Does not run. Tell Mozilla about it? Nope. Alright, so that doesn't work. Alright, let's try the UX build. I don't expect I don't have high hopes for this. Osaka? Really? No. Start. Oh, fine. Okay, download it. What are you using Osaka for? No. Look how this is back in the day. Look at this. Look at this thing. Ah! Oh, this is blast from the past. Oh my goodness. This was the first version with the slidey panels. I was one of the, you remember, like, you've seen these slidey panels before. You've seen these before. This was the first version with the slidey panels. And for, oh man, hovering is broken. Like, something is super wrong with the hovering, and it's just rolling up the menu. But like, this was the first version. It feels so much slower. There's wow. What else is in here? This is the old About Home. This is the old new tab page. Look how embarrassing this is. It's just 9 empty dotted boxes. Garbage. Oh man. Let's see. Does it still surf the internet? Mozilla.org. Thank you, URL bar. And it crashed. Lovely. Yeah, I'm amazed I was able to run that. I mean, it got so far. Someone wants me to try right-clicking. Let's try it. You want to see these context menus? Old school versus proper school. Yeah, this is from back in the day. Now, what does customized mode look like? Yeah, we had that animation. I worked so hard on optimizing the performance of this thing, and it was still bumpy because I didn't understand reflow. Oh, man, memories. All right. Well, that's enough of memory lane. I think and it crashes on shutdown. Amazing. Okay, I'm going to trash those. I don't think I'll ever need to run those again. Garbage. And Firefox 3 didn't even start. Garbage. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap up this stream. Not a very productive last couple of minutes, but I thought it was kind of interesting. Hey, we posted a patch for one bug, and I think, wrote a bunch of bug comments for the others. Like, we did a bunch of investigation, but we didn't actually fix anything. But for the first one, we did, and we were able to get a patch up, and it's up for review. So that's good. And I think we're going to wrap it here. So let me know what you thought of this episode. There is a link in the agenda. It's right here. Boop, 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 boop. Rate this episode. If you click on this, there's a form that you can fill out. Let me know what you thought of the episode. I read everything that comes in. And next week is episode 250. It's the big one, and it's what we're going to be doing during that episode is I'm going to be watching a very early episode of The Joy of Coding. I think it's episode 1. It's not one of the pilots. It's like episode 1 where I at least had a sense of what I was doing. I don't know if we'll watch the whole thing. I don't know if I might get so embarrassed, and it might be so cringy that we just stop. But we'll give it a shot. And we can watch it together, and I'll pause it, and we can comment and make fun of myself and all sorts of things. All right. Yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode. Rate the episode. Smash that subscribe, like, bell, whatever people you're using these days for the kiddies. Just, like, do what the kids do. I don't know, marketing. And with that, I will talk to you soon. So have yourself a great week. I'll see you next week. Let me transition now to the screen. Yeah, have yourself a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.
The joy of coding.
See ya.